Do you like how your young team has handled success?
So far, feel like they're coming to work every day and putting in the work that we need to operate. And I think they're understanding more and more that it's what you do Monday to Saturday that makes you great on Sunday.
You have such a good relationship with your players. What did you say to Elijah and Brees after it became apparent that these guys were going to be out for the year?
You know what? It's you feel for them. You know, they put in so much work and so much effort. All their training, all the different things that they've done. You look at AVT and the things that he's done with regards to moving all along up and down the offensive line. Brees was just starting to come into his own. I know he had put together a couple of good weeks there, and he's only scratching the surface. They'll both be back. You know, their story's not done being told, and they'll get a chance to come back even stronger. But you know, you hurt for them mainly. If this injury doesn't happen, they're probably locks to be Pro Bowlers at the end of the year, and you know, so it's going to be exciting to get them back healthy and get them back in the fold, and whatever pieces are added. We're a long way from that, but it's I think there's a lot to look forward to when those two get back.
With Elijah out of the lineup, what's the short-term plan at right tackle and along that offensive line?
Yeah, so Ogboy, he stepped in there and did a really nice job versus Denver, and he's going to get the opportunity again. And, you know, he's an athletic young man. He's got a lot of tools. He's played in this league, so there's experience there, and so he's going to get an opportunity to step in there and do a job.
What about the running back spot?
Running back spot, obviously Michael Carter, Ty Johnson, Bam. We just brought in a young man with James Robinson, so we like our four guys. You know, Michael did it last year, and he did a really good job doing it. Ty Johnson's showing that he can carry the load too with this organization. James Robinson is showing it. Bam Knight, I think we've all got a lot of faith in him. So, you know, the O-line's got to continue to push people off the spot, open up lanes, and those guys will find it.
What attracted you guys to James?
Physical runner. He's got a good feel, one cut downhill, really good in short yardage situations. Just a good all-around back, good person. You know, he's a former 1,000-yard runner, and he's still got a lot of juice in the tank.
You're a coach. You want to win every game, but if I told you before the season you're going to be 5-2 heading into this matchup with the Patriots, what would you have thought?
It's awesome.
Yeah?
Heck yeah! No, you always say 5-2 in this league is a pretty cool deal. It doesn't mean anything because it's only 7 out of 17, and the most important game is this one coming up, and at the end of the day, this is we're going against an organization that's beaten this organization pretty badly over the last 5 or 6 years. So you know, it's going to be an exciting game, and we got to do our best we got to bring everything we can to get them off their seat.
You guys are playing at an elite level defensively. You're playing at an elite level with your special teams right now. Does that mean that no matter what happens, if you guys protect the football offensively, you should be in a game?
Well, there's an old saying, there's three things that travel, no matter the venue, no matter the weather, no matter the height of the game, or the importance, or whatever you want to call it. It's your defense, your run game, and your special teams. Those are the three most consistent aspects of football, and right now those three parts of our game are playing pretty well. The pass game, because of weather, can be inconsistent, could run into a buzzsaw of a defense, and that part's going to come along, but if you can bring those three facets of football, again, run game, defense, special teams, you feel like you'll be at least in the game or at least in the conversation going into the fourth quarter. And if you're taking care of the ball and you're opportunistic, it could shift the game in your favor. You
pointed out after the game that you just faced the top two pass defenses in the National Football League. With that being said, Zach, he's 4-0 as a starter. That's the most impressive stat of them all. Where have you seen the most progress?
He's taking care of the football, and so obviously the decision making, all that stuff is a lot better than it was a year ago. He's got good command of the huddle. We did just play number 1 and number 2 in terms of yards allowed, and they've made mincemeat out of a lot of different quarterbacks. Denver has made Pro Bowl quarterbacks look pretty bad this year, and so Zach, when you go look at the tape, it's like, God, there's about 3 or 4 plays where if we're just a little bit better with our footwork and our eyes, we're not talking about whether or not he played a good game. It would have been a really good game. And so he's very close, and he's just got to continue to keep his confidence, because we have all the confidence in the world in him.
What's your expectation for Elijah Moore as he returns to your team?
To be him, he is a very high character individual. That's just all the studying and just talking to him and all those different things, and he works his tail off, and he's out at practice. He's always doing the little things, trying to put in the extra, and so just get back in the fold and work the way we all know you can work.
The Patriots took their lumps on Monday Night Football. That can happen to anybody in this league, but when they're going well, what do they do? What are their strengths right now?
They forever have won the field position battle, the turnover battle, run game, defense, special teams have always been top notch for them. Even when Tom was rolling, when their run game and their defense and their special teams are rolling, they're darn near impossible to beat. So they just play really good team football. And I get Monday night wasn't their best game, but they've beaten the brakes off of a couple of really good football teams. And so they're very capable. They're doing a lot of really good things on offense. They're always going to be good on defense. Their special teams are always going to be good, and it's going to be the intangible stuff, the turnover battle, the field position battle that it always comes down to.
We could talk every week about the cornerbacks, and we do. Sauce Gardner and DJ Reed, the guys on the outside. But how about the play of Michael Carter at nickel and your safeties, who were much maligned early in the season, but LaMarcus Joyner's got 3 interceptions. He's got 4 takeaways, and Jordan Whitehead's flying all over the place.
Yeah, just like earlier in the year, we talked about communication. You had 4 new faces. The safeties are a big part of that, and if you're just off by a hair in terms of communication, it can get ugly. They're the last line of defense, and so it wasn't as clean as we wanted it to be, but they've been getting better and better every week. And knock on wood, they're keeping everything in front. They're eliminating all those deep shots. Teams are trying to take deep shots, and they're making them pay. LaMarcus and Jordan have been fantastic, both in run support and coverage. And then Michael Carter, he does a lot of stuff. He's almost like a linebacker with the way we have our nickels playing with regards to his run responsibility and pass game. And he draws a lot of the hard downs with regards to man coverage, and Jerry Jeudy last week, and Drew Lazard a few times against Green Bay. So he's getting a lot of the tough assignments, and he's doing a really good job.
What about the scheduling oddity? You got 3 AFC East games before the bye at home, then after the bye, 3 AFC East games on the road.
Yeah, anytime you get a chance to play the division, and obviously, like we have the bye week, which is in a good spot, and I think I speak for everyone when we could use these bye weeks, but just focusing right now on New England, making sure that they've got our full undivided attention, and once this game's over, we'll transfer our energy down to Buffalo. What kind of environment do you expect? I think it's gonna be awesome. Expecting it to be awesome.
How much of a role can the fans play?
Big time, especially when they get in there early. I think I read something where something like 30 or 40% of the fans missed the Sauce Gardner safety against Miami. And it's like, God, somebody blow a horn and get everybody in the stadium. And so it's rocking from kickoff, and they can make a big difference, especially at home, especially with our pass rush, where the team's got to go silent. We got a chance to get off the ball. They really do. They'll do us a big solid from a defensive perspective for sure.